You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button. Shea Dixon was here on Tuesday, and he gave us an update on five-star wide receiver Jaime Ffrench. Here's what Shea said.
Ffrench is the number 4 receiver in the country. Like, these are the who's who of guys that are out there, and they're looking at LSU very seriously. Look, Ffrench's mom grew up in the Feliciana. He lives in Jacksonville, but his mom went to Southern, grew up in the Feliciana, so they have family in the area, and LSU is certainly in the kind of mix there as one of the top teams.
So LSU, Texas, Ohio State, all in the mix. And Jaime Ffrench, the update, by the way, he's out of Florida, out of Mandarin, Florida, Jacksonville, the high school is Mandarin, 6'1", 184. He's the number 19 overall player in the country in the composite, the 4th best wide receiver. Actually, ESPN ranks him as the 16th overall player in the country. So I guess depending on what organization that you subscribe to. But the composite, a top 20 overall player, any position in America, Jaime Ffrench, and he's announced that his decision date will be August the 30th. So we'll know before LSU tees it up and kicks it off against USC if, in fact, LSU is the pick. And for Jaime Ffrench, he's got a really impressive list of schools that he's targeting. He's listed as finalists. He's got LSU, Miami, Ohio State, Tennessee, Texas among them. According to the prediction machine, Texas is the team that's the favorite right now, followed by Ohio State and then LSU if you're just looking at the prediction machine for Jaime Ffrench. But again, a guy with ties from his family, as you heard Shea say, to the state of Louisiana. Chad Simmons, the national scouting director for On3, had this to say about Ffrench as he nears his decision.
Every visit he went on this spring, mostly back in April and some in March as well, but really opened his eyes. He had a chance to come back, reflect, look in the mirror, talk to his family, and figure out which one fits the best and how do they feel after all of these visits. And it's not just about Jaime, but it's about his family. He takes that into account, who recruits his family well, who they feel good about.
Well, it's about his family. Family has ties to Louisiana, and the Feliciana is just north of Baton Rouge. So it's worth mentioning that could be a big one. And the reason I'm going to keep harping on this, Dakorien Moore, Jaime Ffrench, a big part of it is because, man, LSU has got to make receiver a focus in the 2025 class. And right now you've only got one committed. You've got Perrine Francis committed. Now, Perrine Francis is one of the top players in the state of Louisiana. He is the best receiver in the state of Louisiana for 2025 out of New Orleans. But when you look at how LSU's roster is shaping up for 2025 at receiver. Remember, Kyron Lacy, Chris Hilton, Aaron Anderson, gone. CJ Daniels, Xavion Thomas, the transfers this year, they're likely going to be gone. I say Anderson. Anderson could return for a 4th year, but we'll see. But those 5 likely gone. Remember, Kai Perrine has transferred out. Jalen Brown previously transferred out after this year. So members of the 2023 signing class, you've already lost 2 of those receivers. You return Shelton Sampson, Kyle Parker, but that's it from that class. So just when you look ahead to 2025, the 2025 season, guys on the roster right now, Shelton Sampson, Kyle Parker, and then the incoming freshmen, Watkins, Billiot, Turner. That's it. So you're going to have to hit the portal, but, man, you really need to make the 20. And honestly, that's really something that this staff can sell to receivers for the class of 2025. Come here, done a great job developing receiver talent. I mean, even before Odell and Jarvis, we can go back to Clayton and Reed and all the guys. I mean, Terrence Tolliver, Ruben Randall, long list of NFL players, but Odell and Jarvis and Jamar and Justin Jefferson and Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas both going in round 1. Yes, there's a ton to sell about the program, their ability to develop receivers, get them to the next level, and you have immediate playing time. The problem for a guy like Shelton Sampson, a 5-star in last year's class, he came into a spot where there was a log jam at that position, where you had Brian Thomas and Malik Neighbors and Kyron Lacy and Chris Hilton and Aaron Anderson. And And then you had this super talented class of young guys with Sampson and Parker and Jaylen Brown, and there just weren't enough reps. Well, now Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas are off to the league. Kyron Lacey's back. You brought in some transfers, so it makes it tough this year. But looking ahead to next year, it's going to be pretty wide open for jobs to be had and reps to be won for the 2025 season, which is a strong selling point for any top-tier incoming freshman or recruit at that position. So, again, Dakorien Moore is on campus literally right now. I mean, it's 3:42 in the afternoon on Friday, June the 7th, and Dakorien Moore is on LSU's campus going through his official visit right now. And Jaime Ffrench, another five-star receiver who has a hat on the table for LSU, is going to announce that his decision date will be August the 30th. So we'll know before LSU and USC kick off if Ffrench will pick the Tigers. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.